Hi there, welcome to another edition of Modern Retro Review. Today I'm going to be looking at a homebrew game on the Sega Megadrive called AlterEgo. This was originally released in 2020 and it's available as a free digital download from itch.io. I'll put a link to the website in the pinned comment, as I always do. This was developed by a Russian developer or team of developers called RetroSouls, and it's a conversion of their own homebrew game that was originally done on the Spectrum in 2011. There's also versions of this game available for the Commodore 64, the PC, and I think some other retro platforms as well. So it's definitely had its fair share of releases over the last 10 years or so. The Mega Drive one is probably the best one in terms of the technology that's being used, other than the PC version of course. So in terms of, it's got 16-bit graphics, so the graphics have been enhanced for this version. It's got a very nice title screen that gives you a sneak peek, if you like, of the graphical style used within the game, and a nice scrolling star field in the background. There's no options, you just push start to actually start the game, so I may as well get on and do that when I can speak properly. So as you can see, it's a platform game and you control a little character that's currently on the top right, but that character has got an alter ego, hence the name of the game, a phantom version of themselves that moves around in parallel or opposite to them. It's like a mirror image, so if I walk to this wall in the middle there, then they walk towards each other, and if I walk away, then they walk away from each other. And of course, as you'd expect, you can switch to take control of that character. So by pressing the A or B button, you can switch between them. And then you control that one instead, and the phantom moves in the opposite direction again. So the aim of the game on each level, it's basically a puzzle game with some enemies, I guess you'd say, or collect them up, but it's got some puzzle elements due to the two personas that you've got. So the idea of the game is to collect the little things on the floor, the little bouncing blocks. So in the case of this first level, fairly simple. I've got to switch to the other one now to pick that block up. And then they've got two blocks on the ground which have got to be picked up, so you've got to time this right so that the enemy, which is a bouncing skull, doesn't get you. So I'm just going to wait. In fact, I'll switch to this one here. As soon as this one turns around, you can go and grab that one and then switch to the other one, go and collect that, and that's the end of the first level. And you press A to move on to the next stage. Obviously it's going to get more difficult than that. So this one's got some ladders involved. It's a typical platform and ladders thing. You can't jump, so that does add some complexity to things as we move along. And I've walked the wrong way. Now that illustrates one of the problems with this game, which is that when you switch to the other character, the alter ego of yourself, you have to remember that you're going to be pushing and controlling that character and not the other one. So what I tend to do a lot is switch to the other one but still move as though I'm the one that's now the phantom. So yeah, you saw that in action very early on. I'll try not to do that again. There we go, I've got it right this time. I haven't walked off the edge of the platform. So here we've got two enemies at the bottom here. Actually maybe you could just drop down and try and get those, but perhaps it's going to be easier to go down the ladders to time these things better. So you can see obviously I've got to collect one and then switch to the other one quite quickly and collect the other one, and there we go, I've managed to do it. So onto the third level, and I'm in the middle this time. Now here you don't just move away from each other like mirror image in the horizontal direction, you do in the vertical as well, I think. Oh no, you don't. I thought you would. I thought I'd go up the ladder with one when I was going down the ladder with the other, but that shows I haven't played the game that much yet, I suppose. So here, probably the best solution is to collect these two. Oh, okay, and the platforms are disappearing. So now, oh no, I think I've messed that up. Yeah, definitely messed that up. That was more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's do that again. Let's start by doing the top bit. That bit looks easier because there isn't a enemy quite as obviously in the way there. So go and collect these and then drop down. So you can see the puzzling elements come quite quickly in the game. So how do I do this? Well, I guess now I haven't got to collect the ones at the top. That makes this a bit easier. So I can walk to the middle there, wait for the enemy to go past, and then switch to the other one and collect the last three, and that turned out to be quite easy in the end. Okay, so I'll do one more level, then I'll probably just play through a little bit without showing some, and then show some of the later stages. So here we've got the challenge of two blocks being on the top of this platform in the middle here, which on the face of it neither of us can get to at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is switch back and collect those 3 at the top, and then I'm going to walk to the middle, because the Phantom version doesn't destroy the bricks when he walks over them. So I would imagine, what should I do here? Switch to the other one? I guess switch to the other one. So do the switch here. Now those ones are going to get destroyed, but I can go back here, then switch back to the other one to get those 2, and then I've just got to get the ones in the middle now. Walk to the middle. Handily, the platforms don't disintegrate until you've walked past them, so now if I switch back to the first one, they've now joined together in the middle, and there you go, I've completed another level. So you get the idea. Nice little game. I'm going to move on a few stages further on and show some of the other things that happen in the game now. So I've now moved a few stages on. I'm on level 6 now, I think, and this introduces a new kind of collectible. These ones can't be picked up by your sort of proper self. They can only be picked up by your Phantom self. As you can see, they're picking up there. So the grey ones are picked up by the Phantom version, and the pink ones are picked up by the real version. So that obviously makes this more difficult now. You've also got 2 enemies walking across the middle there, which have got to be navigated past. So the best way to do that, I think, is to go to the middle, then go back to the outside, wait for them to go past and switch, and then go up to the top. Same sort of idea here, pick that one there, and then to get these I'm going to have to drop down and switch halfway, and I managed to do it first time. So you can see that the complexity of the levels is already getting higher, more of a puzzling element to them. They've also got the problems of enemies that will kill you as well, so it does become more difficult in that respect as well. So talking about the graphics and sound, as I would normally do in these videos, graphics are not your typical graphics for a Mega Drive game. I would say that they haven't got the big cute sprites. They're very much the sort of style you'd expect in a sort of, oh, I'm dead. Oops. The style you'd expect in a kind of modern indie PC game that has these kind of sort of small sprites that are small and look like they do in this game, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I assume they're enhanced sprites from the Spectrum version, so the Spectrum version had this style as well, so that sort of might explain why they're quite small sprites as well, I guess. So what am I going to do here now? I don't know if I've got this right, but I'm going to go switch to this one and collect the ones in the middle there, and then go back and collect those ones, hopefully then collect these 2, and then finally just switch back to that one for a moment, follow these along, and there we go, that's another level completed. The game's also got nice sound effects, nothing special, they're just doing little bleeps and stuff as you pick stuff up, and it's got a nice soundtrack. I think you can get the soundtrack, you can download that for free on the itch.io page if you wanted to. So this one looks interesting because, well, yeah, okay, if I fall off the edge of here I'm going to die presumably. Yep. So you've got to do something. So I guess what's going to happen is, this is one where your character stays in the same horizontal space but goes, the Phantom version goes the opposite way vertically. So what I've got to do is time this right and drop down here and then switch to that one, there we go, then switch back again and then switch back again and then switch back again to get these ones down here. And then similar idea here, perhaps I've got to go, oh yeah, okay, I've probably got to switch and then drop down. This is going to take some timing so I don't fall onto that enemy, but there we go, I've got another level completed. So here's another one that's got the Phantom character bricks to pick up. So I guess I do that most simply by just walking to the edge of the platform, swapping over, walking back. Yeah, that's got those, and then I've got to get some at the top as well. So obviously you could go the long way round, but I guess what the idea really is that you switch there, oh, and try not to get killed. Let's just drop back down there again. That was one of those moments where I almost went the wrong way. And then the same sort of idea down the bottom, I guess. So switch, get those 2, just go back to the, this is the simplest way to do it, just go back up the ladder, you can probably do it quicker. So what's interesting about the game is you can't die in as much as you can die, but you just restart the level. There's no lives, there's no time limit, so the game is just sort of infinite. You play it for as long as you like until you reach the end of it. I think there's about 20 to 25 levels. So it's quite a casual game really, which again sort of fits the sort of PC indie game sort of idea more. So yeah, it's a reasonably casual experience. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I can probably get away with it. I'm not sure I can now actually, because if I walk back the other way I'm going to drop off and I'm not going to be able to go and yeah, I think I've messed this one up. Let's yeah, definitely messed this one up. Maybe I can get away with it. No, I can't. Oh yeah, maybe I can. No, I need to get the if I can get up the other side I can still pull through on this one. I just need to work out how to do it. Yeah, there we go. And then walk to the middle. Oh, I got away with it. So here we go, a slight level design change. It's now gone to blue bricks instead of the brown ones or tan ones, and here we've got some walls in place, so you've got to switch between the character that's the right side of the wall basically to get through this one. The difficulty of the levels does seem to vary quite a bit. Some of them are actually fairly easy. Oh no, get out of the way there. And yeah, some of them can end up being quite difficult quite early on, and then you get some that are a lot easier afterwards. Like that one, pretty easy really. So on we go, and what's happening here? Lots of stuff happening. So I'm gonna have to switch to this one here, then switch back to this one so he drops down, then back to the one at the top to drop down there, then back there again, back there to get those two, back there to get those two. So again, I have played through some of these levels before, and this one might have been quite challenging to begin with, but it actually turns out to be quite easy in the end. And then one more switch and get the last two and all the levels done. So it's a nice little game. I am a fan of the single screen platformer with the collect 'em up elements. I'm probably not going to play it for too much longer on this video, but it is one I'd like to try and complete at some point. As I say, I think it's got 25 levels, I think I read that right. Another thing that's interesting is that on the description of the game on itch.io, it suggests that you've only got a limited, I've died that time, a limited number of switches between the two characters, between the two versions, but I've played it quite a lot and done almost infinite number of switches, or as many as I could, and not managed to do that. So I wonder if that was something that was in the original versions and was taken out for this version to make it a bit more of a casual thing. But yeah, so the one problem I'd say with it, because it's that kind of game where you can just play forever, you can't die, but also you can't get back to the menu screen, and there's no passwords. It could really do with a password system, I think, to actually make it so that, oh no, that's messed that one up again. I'm struggling with this one. So that you can actually quit out of it and go back and play it another time. So as it stands, I would have to play right from the beginning to complete the game if I don't complete it on this playthrough, which I'm not intending to do, as I said. This is quite difficult, this one. I can't really work this one out, because now I'm going to get killed again. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. How do you do it? I figure you've got to maybe go and collect the ones at this end first, and then go back across with the other one. Let's try that. But then, okay, let's try this. No, I don't want to try that at all. Okay, now it's gone past. Now I can run past. Ah, there we go. That's sorted out. And then at the top, similar sort of idea. Got 3 to get. Perhaps the easiest thing to do is go up, switch, grab that one, switch back, grab this one. Oh no, it was close, but yeah, that was sort of the idea. I'll give it one more go. But it's, as you can see, the difficulty level has definitely gone up some now. This developer, by the way, RetroSouls, maybe I should do the top bit first. RetroSouls have done loads of games, and a lot of them is the same sort of idea where they started off on the Spectrum or Commodore 64 or one of those 8-bit machines, and then they've done some Mega Drive versions of them as well. So check out their itch.io page to see the downloads for the Mega Drive ones, and they've also got their own homepage that's got downloads for most of the other ones as well, so I'll put a link to that in the pinned comments as well. So can I work out how to do this one? Okay, I think you let this turn around, you go to the top, you go and grab that one, you grab this one as well, then you switch and go and grab that one, then go and get that one, and then wait here till they've gone past, and then just chase past and get that one. There we go, sorted it out. So okay, this was the next one I wanted to show. I got stumped on this for quite some time, and I had to look at another YouTuber's video to actually see how to do this one, because there's these green ones in the middle and I couldn't work out how to get them. So I'll just get the obvious ones first, which is just to get that, switch to this one and get that. Nice and straightforward. But then how do you get these ones in the middle? And the answer is that you collect them by teleporting through them. So I'll show that now. If I teleport through, I've now picked up the 2 green ones there, and again if I do it here, no, I don't want to do it there. I looked at the wrong version of me then and ran into a skull thing. So let's give that another go. Let's just get these 2 at the bottom first, they're the easy ones. Switch to this one, do a switch between them. Oh, I'm not working. Okay, I need to do those 2 last, I get it. Yeah, okay, so do these 2 first, then go and get this one, switch to this one here, go and get that, back up the ladder, go and get those 2, and then just teleport through them, and there we go, that's level completed. Yeah, that took me a while the first time. So I'm pretty much done now for the video. I will just show this one. This one took me a while to do as well the first time round. The one thing I haven't said is if you press the C button, it kills you off and you can start again. I mean, given that you can just walk off a platform and kill yourself, I'm not sure why they bothered including that, but fair enough. Like I say, the one thing it could really do with to give it a bit more ease of play and the ability to go back, no, I've killed myself off again then, would be to add passwords to it, because I do want to complete the game, and I think I could, because everything's solvable eventually, but yeah, it does take some time to work some of them out. So it probably take you, the first playthrough would probably take you over an hour, whereas once you've got into it a bit, I suspect you can do it quite quickly. Now this bit at the top is very hard. What you've got to do is walk behind the skulls and then switch very quickly and walk back, and you've got to collect them with the Phantom version as well. No, I've killed myself again, so I'll just give that another couple of tries, but then I'll probably call it a day at that point. So you'd think you'd go now where you're in the middle, and maybe you do, but then I think, I can't remember, I'm sure you have to follow the skulls. You go like this. No, I've done it again, because what I keep doing is forgetting that I need to carry on pushing the same direction when I switch, so that the character that's swapped to the other one goes the other way. So let's give it another go. No, I'm already walking the wrong way. No, I've messed it up again. So yeah, you've got to get to those middle ones somehow. Let's just try it the other way around, but I'm sure this doesn't work. Or maybe it does. If I can walk past it. No, see, because they're level with each other, there's no way to get past them. You definitely have to walk at the skulls. I'm going to have to not talk while I concentrate on this. I've got nothing more to say about the game anyway. I like it. It's a nice little puzzle platformer. Oh, okay, so I got some of them there, but there's still some to get, so I've got to go back and do it again now. Okay, let's give it another go. It's quite hard to walk at the same rate as the... No, I've got one more. Maybe I'm getting closer. Still got to go through the middle somehow though. Okay, got 2 to get. But now I'm stuck in the middle and I can't get past. No, see. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, well it's possible to do, but I'm struggling, so I'm going to leave it at that point. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and thanks very much for watching. If you've got any comments about the game, if you've played it yourself on any of the versions that are available, then let me know, and if it looks like the sort of thing you'd like to play, then let me know that too. So thanks very much for watching this one. I'll be back with another modern retro review video sometime in the future, and plenty of other retro gaming content in the meantime. So yeah, as I said before, the game's free to download from itch.io, so if you like the look of it, then give it a download and check out everything else that the developers have done as well. Once again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.